Good evening everyone, and welcome to tournament number 9 of the PBA Tour. We are in Germany for the PBA European Tour Munich Spectacular, and we're about to start the preliminary round where we get the bowlers down from the full field of 88 to 24. So without further ado, here we are in Munich, and we're looking at 11, and 11 is draw 2 bowlers and advance the best bowler, no symbol. So let's see who the first bowler is. It is number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the first bowler is Anthony Simonsen. Oh, wrong dice. Number 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Zeke Bate. And then the highest 209, 211, 217. So Kyle Sherman is the third bowler through from that group. So we go to the second group. 7. Draw 1 bowler, advance 2 highest, full or half star. So 10. We're coming down in ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the drawn bowler is Andres Gomez. So we're looking for the 2 full and half star bowlers, 2 highest. So the 2 highest bowlers are Don Barrett and Stuart Williams. So those 2 players will go through with Andres Gomez. So now we move on to group 3. 6. Draw 1 bowler, then advance full star 2. 2 best full stars. So draw 1 bowler is going to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that will be Tom Doherty. So we're looking for the top 2 full star. Jacob Buttroff will make it, I should have thought. 219 is going to be required to get into this. So Chris Prather and Jacob Buttroff along with Tom Doherty from the third group. Moving to the fourth group. 5. 3 highest average bowlers, full and half star. So I think we better put those guys up there. 217, 216, 206. Oh, Jason Belmonte, well we know he's through. So we're looking for somebody over 216. So there you have the 3. Jason Belmonte, Kyle Troop and Darren Tang. As we move to group 5. 6. Draw one bowler, advance 2 full star. So number 2. So the bowler that will be drawn is Wes Malott. I'm looking for full star bowlers. So Sean Rash and Bill O'Neill will also move through to the semi-final round robin stage. Next group. 7. Draw one bowler, advance 2 top full and half stars. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and so Greg Ostrander. So full and half stars we're looking for now. $216, that will get him in at this moment in time anyway. So we're looking for better than 216, and so Matt Russo and Marshall Kent will go into the semi-final stage. Group 7. 3 highest bowlers, any symbol. So this should be interesting. EJ Tackett, the tournament leader, he should make it. $214, so he will drop out. $212, $210, $209, $211. So the 3 that go through from this group: EJ Tackett, Andrew Anderson and Anthony Lavery-Spa. And the final group, 8. Draw one bowler, advance 2, any symbol. 12. It would have to be, wouldn't it, on the last group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So going through is Arturo Quintero, and the top 2 scorers . Oh, Norm Duke there knocking Chris Barnes out. So Francois Lavoie and Norm Duke make up the 24 that will go into the semi-final round robin. So now, if you join me shortly to decide to see who gets 1 money point and 2 money points from the losing group. We'll be back in a moment. So here we go to decide 1 and 2 bonus points, money points for the first round losers. So we have a 7, so they're going to be the top group, and then there are 2 groups that are both on 6. Let's roll them again. And so those are the 2 mini groups. Let's see what the rules say. 7 points, 6 points or less only full stars, so from this group only the full star players will get money points. It's not looking good for anybody at the moment. Oh, Josh Blanchard will get 1 money point. Walter Ray Williams Jr. will get 1 money point. Jesper Svensson will get 1. Graham Fatch will get 1, and that is the total for 1 money point. And for 2 money points with a 7, it's just the full and half stars. Michael Tang, Tim Foy, Rhino Page, Dick Allen, Jake Peters, Al Johnson, Chris Villa, Dino Castillo, Chris Barnes, Chris Lowshetter, Anthony Pepe, Ryan Schaefer, Andrew Kane and Tommy Jones. So they all will get 2 money points. And so hopefully you'll join me for round 2, which is the semi-final round robin, where we will whittle down the 24 down to 8. We'll be back shortly. Hello everyone, and welcome back to tournament number 9, the PBA European Tour Munich Spectacular. We are at the semi-final round robin stage. The 24 bowlers will be reduced to 8, and the losers will take 5 money points home with them. So let's see who gets through from the round robin stage. Group 1, 6, 2 drawn bowlers. So let's see what we need here. 1 is going to be Matt Russo, and 6 will be the 6 in the pile, so this is number 6, Bill O'Neill. So Simonson, Sherman, Williams and Jason Belmonte will get 5 money points. Group 2, 5, so Arturo Quintero, and 6, so that will be Andrew Anderson going out, Don Barrett, Jacob Buttriff, Greg Ostender and the tournament leader, the championship leader, EJ Tackett. So the big guns have gone out at this stage. Group 3, 6, so that will be Darren Tang, and 1, Anthony Lavery-Spa, Francois Lavar, Andres Gomez, Kyle Troop and Sean Rash all go out at this stage. And the final group, 3, 1 and then a drawn bowler. So let's see. Roll that again because it went off. 1. It was a 1 actually, so Marshall Kent. And then the highest average bowler, 214, 207, so Zach Bate is out. 216, that means Wes Malott is out. 219, that means Tom Doherty's out. And with a slightly better 219, Chris Prather is out, and Norman Duke will go through into the positioning round. But big shot with the top 3 going out of the competition. This means Norm Duke is in a good position to pick up points. So hopefully you'll join me for the positioning round of the Munich tournament. So welcome back everybody to the positioning round of tournament number 9, the PBA European Tour Munich Spectacular, and let's see how the bowlers do. And it's going to be Norm Duke. He is a 219. Let's see how he gets on today. 2-2 is going to be a plus 25, which is 244. Good start for Norm Duke. Matt Russo, who is a 216, and a 1-1 on an aggressive is a wow. A 2-6 is a plus 59, so that's 275 for Matt Russo. Arturo Quintero, who is a 212, and he bowls a 5-3, which is going to be a plus 16, which is 228. Oh, decent score so far. Andrew Anderson, who is a 214, and he's bowled a 2-5, which is a plus 25, so that is a 239. Darren Tang, who is a 216, and before we continue, remember that the ones that go out in this round will receive 7 money points. So 216 for Darren Tang. He bowls an 11-5, which is a -2, which is 214, which may not be good enough. Anthony Lavery-Spa, who is a 214. He bowls a 7-3, which is a 10, which is a 224. So Darren Tang will not make it into the ladders match. Marshall Kent, who is a 217, and he bowls a 214, which is a plus 25, so that makes him a 242. And finally Bill O'Neill, who is a 219, and he bowls a 3-1, which is going to be a plus 70, which is gives 289. Near perfect ball in there from Bill O'Neill. So Bill O'Neill will be number 1, Matt Russo will be 2, Norm Duke will be 3, Marshall Kent will be 4, Andrew Anderson will be 5. Darren Tang, Anthony Lavery-Spa and Arturo Quintero will all go out at this stage and take 7 money points with them. Hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you back for the televised ladder matches. So welcome everyone to the televised ladders match stage of tournament number 9, the PBA European Tour Munich Spectacular. Game 1 is Marshall Kent against Andrew Anderson, and Kent will start with a 5-2, and that is a strike. Over to Anderson. (3-4) is a strike. Anderson moves on to his opposite lane, and he bowls a 21, so he'll get a 9. Can he get the spare? Yes, he can. So 290 is his best score now. Moving back to Marshall Kent on the opposite lane. 17-1 is a strike. Back onto his own lane. 3-5, another strike. Perfect so far through 3. Andrew Anderson. Roll that against and off. 13-2 is only going to be a 9. So 39 after 2. Can he pick up the spare? 18-6. And he doesn't, he misses. So an open frame and 48 points after 3 gives him 258. Goes to the opposite lane. 3-2, and that's a strike. So we're back at Marshall Kent. 7-6 gets an 8. Gonna get a spare. 7-3 on an 8. Gets the spare. So gives him a maximum now of 278 as he goes on to his own lane, and he gets a strike. Andrew Anderson will roll that again. I think I'll just put my telephone there and that will help buffer it. 10-5. It's a strike, so a good strike. Can he go back onto his own lane and make another strike, onto his opposite lane and make a strike? 3-6. It's only going to be a 9. Can he get the spare? Yes, he can. So now his maximum 120, 140, 237. Marshall Kent. 18-5 is going to be an 8. Can Marshall Kent get the spare? 13-2, yes he can. 118 after 5, and his maximum now is 258. So a good 21 pin lead. Moves on to his own lane. 14-4 is only going to be a 9. Does he get the spare? Ooh, 25 on a 9. He does get it. $91.10. $247 is his maximum now. Andrew Anderson with some strikes could make it interesting. 17-2, and that's not going to make it interesting with an 8. So his maximum, can he get the spare? He does. His maximum now is 225. Frame 8, 3-2, that's a strike. So Marshall Kent with a couple of strikes here will all but finish this game off. 9-3 is a strike. Onto his own lane, and a 14-6 is not good enough. He's going to get a 7. And he's going to leave a difficult spare. 3-4 on a 7-. Manages to pick it up. 177 after 8, but his maximum now is 227. 2 pins in it. This becomes interesting. Anderson, if he can strike through, he's not shown any thing really that's going to make you think that, and he's not going to do it. He's going to get an 8, and a 19-3 on an 8 might not be good enough. It isn't. It's an open frame. He gets a 1, so he gets a 9. So 154 and 163 gives him a 193 maximum, and nothing suggests he's going to hit 3 strikes. But let's see. 21. He's going to get a 9. Can he finish the spare? 9-5. Yes, he can. So get his bonus ball. And a 2-2 will be a strike, but I think it may already be over. 183. Game is already over. Marshall Kent will move through. 19-1 is going to be a 9. Doesn't matter, he's already through. $17-1 will get him the spare. 17-2 will get him the spare. And we'll roll that again as it didn't go through the tower. 5-3 will get him a strike. So 2-1-6. Marshall Kent will move on to face Norm Duke, and Andrew Anderson will end up with 9 money points. So we'll be back shortly for the second game in the ladders. So we're back for game 2, Norm Duke and Marshall Kent, and it's a very important game for Norm, because if he can win this, he can pick up 10 points on the 3 guys above him, and if he does pick up the 10 points, he could move up the ladder, the championship table. So without further ado, Norm Duke is going to start the game. 22, a bit of a nervous start from Norm with a 9. Sorry, a 7. Can I get the spare? 12-5 on a 7. He gets the spare, but not a good start. Few nerves there. Marshall Kent, after a very poor performance in the first round, but still managed to get through. 13-3, he only gets a 9. Can he pick up a spare? Easily. So they're both maxed out at 290. And Marshall Kent moves over to the other lane and finishes with a strike. So Norm Duke on the opposite lane. 14-3, and again he only gets a 9. Can he get the spare? We'll roll that again. Yes, he can. So 279 now becomes his max. Kent has a lead of 11 pins. Duke back on his own lane, 16-3, and again only gets an 8. And this might not be good. 12-6 and an 8+. He does get the spare, but he's down to 267 maximum. So Marshall Kent coming to the lanes with a 23 pin lead at the moment. 13-6. He's only getting a 7. They're trying to throw this game away, these two. Can I get the spare? We'll roll that again. 5-6 on a 7. He gets the spare. So 273 pin lead as he moves on to the opposite lane. 5-3 is a strike. So Norm Duke gets the strike. He's struggling, but he's managed to hit the strike this time. Can he keep this going? 5-2, yes he can. Pressure on Marshall Kent. 14-1, it's a strike, and it has to be said that Kent has invited the pressure. 14-6 is a 7. It's a 7 minus as well. So that's a 27. 87 after 4. Can he get the spare? Roll that again. 17-6, and I don't think he will. He will only get a 1, so he'll only get an 8 open frame. So 232 is his maximum now. Gives Norm Duke a healthy 45 pin lead with that open frame. And Duke, 19-4, doesn't take advantage, he gets a 7. Can he get the spare? 1-6 on the 7+. He does get the spare. $244 is now his maximum. Has a 12-point pin lead. Duke gets the strike in frame 7, keeps his 12 pin lead, and we go to Marshall Kent. He needs some strikes now. He's not performed well in either of the two games. Gets the strike. $13.5 is a 9. Can he get the spare? 26. He can't. He's missed it again. So he's 140 after 8. So his maximum is 200. Norm Duke should clear this up now. 7-3 gets the strike. $3-2 and another strike. Go back to Marshall Kent. He must strike through, otherwise he's virtually lost anyway. 4-6 and he only gets an 8. Awful score there. 12-5 on an 8+. Gets the spare. $12.4 is a strike. $14.4 is only a 9. Can he pick up the spare? He can. So ends up with 180 and he's already lost really. Just needs 6 pins. Bowl that again. And again. Come on, something's going to end up in the dice tower. 3-1, it's a strike. Norm Duke will advance. 12-6. Gets a 7, it's irrelevant. And he finishes off with a 14-5 on a 7. He's going to get the spare. 231. So Norm Duke beats Marshall Kent in match 2 by 231 to 180 pins, and Marshall Kent will take home 7 money points. Really struggled in both the games, but came up against a underachieving Andrew Anderson in the first game, and Norm Duke really didn't play that well, but still managed to get himself through, and he will go through to face newcomer Matt Russo in the semi-final. So hope you'll join us for that in a moment. So here we are in the semi-final ladder match, and the winner of this will go and face Bill O'Neill in the final. So Matt Russo making his first ladder appearance of the tournament season, and he starts with a 15-2, which is a 9. Roll that again. $7-6 on a 9 will get him the spare. Norm Duke looking for as many points as he can get. Gets the strike. Closing in on those boulders above him in the championship, but 12-6. It's going to be a 7. And a 15-3 on a 7. He's going to get the spare. So they're both at 290 at the moment. Matt Russo, again, we're going to roll that. We'll roll that again because it came out of the screen. 2-3 is going to be a strike. Roll again. 5-4 is another strike. Good balls in response by Matt Russo. Norm Duke. 5-2 is a strike. 6-6 is an 8. Does he get his spare? 12-5 on an 8. He does. So 260 now becomes his maximum. Matt Russo. 5-4 gets the strike and putting the pressure on Norm. 10-5, and that's another strike for Russo. So Norm Duke needs to respond in kind, and he's not going to. 10-6 is going to be an 8. Duke throwing this away. Can he get the spare? 14-1, yes he can. 248 is now his maximum. So 42 pins down at this moment in time. 18-3 by Norm is only going to be an 8. And 19-5 on an 8. It's going to get the spare, but very, very lucky. 238 now. 52 pin lead for Russo. What can he do? 17-2, that's where he can do. It's an 8. Can he get the spare? Yes he can. So he's now 268, so a 30 pin lead as he moves on to his own lane. Frame at 7. 1-3, that's a strike. So Norm Duke trailing by 30 pins. 5-5 gets a strike, and that's his third of the game. Not enough to keep him in contention at the moment. 8-3, another strike. Needs to keep that going. Matt Russo now feeling a little bit of pressure. 8-4, but he gets a strike. I think another one will just about wrap it up for him. Roll it again. 4-1, and it's another strike. So Norm Duke needs them to make Russo feel some pressure. 4-5, and it's a strike. Still a 30 pin deficit. 13-6 for Duke is only going to be a 7. Can he get the spare? 4-6, and I don't think he can. He does manage it just. And an 11-6 to finish with gives him a 7. So 205. And Matt Russo has already got 205 with this ball. Got to roll it again. He needs 7 pins. Roll it again. 3-6. He gets a 9, but that's going to be enough. 207 already. Can he get the spare? He does. And finishes with a 7, just throws the ball down the lane and ends up with a 244. So Matt Russo beats Norm Duke. 244 pins to 205, and Duke will take 12 money points home with him. and Matt Russo will move on to the ladder final here in Munich to face Bill O'Neill. So here we are with the final game of the PBA European Tour Munich Spectacular. Bill O'Neill and Matt Russo, and Bill O'Neill will start the game. 16-4 will get him an 8. Can he get the spare? Yes, he can. Maximum down to 290, so Russo in his first ever televised ladder, and he's into the final. 19-2. He's going to just be a 7. Can he get his spare? 19-4. He can't, he only gets the 2, so nerves at the start of this. Can only make 279, and Bill O'Neill has a 21 pin lead. No, an 11 pin lead, sorry. 2-6 is going to be a strike for Russo. We go back to Bill O'Neill. 19-1 is going to be a 9 for O'Neill. 5-6 on the 9 is going to get the spare. So he's at 279. They're both tied at this moment, so the game is tied on pins, possible pins. 7-2 for O'Neill is a strike, and we go back to Matt Russo in frame 3. 15-4 is only a 9. Can he get the spare? 14-3 he can. So it's now down to 249 maximum pins, and a 2-3 is a strike. So we go back to Bill O'Neill, who 30 pin lead in frame 4. 2-1, that's a strike. Moves over, and 15-1 is another strike. Bill O'Neill showing his experience, putting the pressure on Matt Russo. 30 pins behind, needs some strikes. 18-1 is only a 9. Can he get the spare? He can. So his maximum now is 239. 11-4 is a strike. So we go back to Bill O'Neill, 40 pin lead now, here in frame 6. 8-3 is a strike. O'Neill 4 in a row now, putting the pressure on Matt Russo in this final. 9-3 is another strike. 5 in a row. That's how you do it. Matt Russo in his first televised ladder tournament, and really struggling. Did great in his semi-final against Norm Duke, but really struggled here. 11-4 gets a strike. Needs another one. 5-5 and he gets one. So still on for 239. Bill O'Neill with a 40 pin lead. Here he comes down the lane. 18-3 gets an 8. Moves over. Can I get the spare? Gonna roll it again. 7-3, yes he can. So 177 after 5. 257 is now his maximum. But as we go back to Matt Russo, he's still trailing by 18 pins. Russo 15-1, that's the ball he wanted to keep the pressure on. 4 in a row now for Russo. Can he go out with 3 strikes? 3-5 There's another one. 2 more balls left if you can make this count. 1-6, and it's a strike. Final ball for Matt Russo, and that's another strike. Great finish. Ends with 239 pins, so pressure now is all back on Bill O'Neill. His 9th frame ball is an 11-6. That's only going to be a 7. Can he get spare? 17-3 on a 7. And he cannot, he only gets a 2. Which gives him 201, which means 241. 231 is his maximum. He can't win. Bill O'Neill, and he's shaking his head, he's realised what he's done. Ball's out like the gentleman he is, with a strike with his first ball. Roll it again. 8-2 is another strike. If he gets another strike, he's going to lose by 7 pins. 17-6. It's going to be a Y chart. The first time we've had a Y chart result. 65. I'm going to go to the Z chart. Okay. 15. He just throws the ball down and gets a 4. So he ends up with 225, and with that 9th frame blip by Bill O'Neill, he loses the final to Matt Russo. So your winner of the Tournament 9, the PBA European Tour Munich Spectacular, in his first ladder match, Matt Russo takes 20 money points home. Bill O'Neill takes 15. So that's the end of the tournament. Hope you'll join us for Tournament 10, which is the final leg of the European Tour. We'll be out in Paris, France. So look forward to seeing you then. Until then, good night.